Mental health is a crisis all over the world, but we are functioning in the Jamaican sphere, the Jamaican context and all, because them say 40% of the population have mental health disease, mental disease, but it's not that because you're not walking up and down and talk to yourself and hear yourself talk back to you. Why is only that is mental health? It's not because a man lay down on the road and do have nothing to do. And sometimes it's not that him do a mentally challenged, it's just that him is destitute, him is suffering in the conditions of poverty. But you have people who totally seeing so we think, totally about a level of consciousness, and you know say him mentally challenged. Because right now in Jamaica we see how much murders that take place, domestic murders that take place. And that is because you have some people don't know how to deal with issues when it come up. You know, you have a partner and you and I have something, and him and you have something, and the first thing you want is lick and kick and box and chop up and all them way there. That is form of a mental sickness. When a woman can beat her child, wheel up the body and all them things, she need to be examined. She need to be examined because somebody who is totally in charge of them faculties don't do the things them where we hear on the news and things, where other people are do to other people. And since the psychiatrists them say 40% of Jamaican people have a mental challenge, we need to examine it more carefully. Why is it that there's so much domestic violence, especially now when we have the COVID crisis? The COVID crisis become a part of the landscape now. There's more what we call now abuse of children in the home. And there's more abuse of women, especially women in the house. And this is them say because of what is taking place, prevailing. There's a certain thing between you have to stay in your house, or you never usually do. Or what people have to stay in their house, they never usually do. And them see the same people them where they see in the night when they come home from work. And them in day and night, and them see the same people them. And certain things become like frustrating, very frustrating. So the only way to take out that is to just attack the person who is nearest to you. We need something. Well, we hope the COVID goes soon, but we need something other than blame it on COVID, because it has been happening for years. For years it has been happening. The ill treatment of children, the ill treatment of women, man get ill treated also, sexual exploitation. It all boils down to some form of mind thing, and we don't know how to control the mind. Because we live in what we call a slavery still. We live in slavery still. And we don't know how to cope with sometimes everyday life, everyday living, or just we're going in our house. And really and truly, if you can't make your house be a home, you're in a serious problem. And more people now just live in a house, but them do have a home. Living in a house with one heap of furniture and zinc and veranda and all them something there, that don't make it a home. You have to be stable with your family. You can't live out the family. You can't, a child need a family, mother and father. Because most of when a Jamaica go to just mother, the mother, father you. That is not something that we can continue to accept as a natural way of living. Because it takes a man and a woman to bring a child, even though they want to reverse that. But we're not going to allow that reversal. We used to say it needs a man and a woman. And if the man is always out, the woman will have to go serve the purpose of the father. And then she's going to anger the child out of frustration. Because you have some people that say, you're dirty pooper. You go like a dirty pooper, you see a dirty pooper going to foreign and you know, send no money for you and all them way there. That is how people react. And that is because of something is mentally wrong. Sometimes my mother used to beat me and when she don't, she say, she tell her friend, say, sometimes I look at him and sorry for him when I don't beat him. But why should I done? She knows she was sorry for me, so why should I want to beat me? Because she feels if she beat me, I not go do the things them way. She say I must do. And surely and truly, every time she not look, I go do it. So the beating never helped me personally. Most Jamaicans say, yeah, when your mother gives some rotted lick, it help. It don't help nothing. More than frustrate she. The reason why she beat you is not because of you, it's because of she. It's because of she. And that is mental. It's mental. It's a physical thing where play out itself in the minds of the person them who vigorously believe that them doing something good and not realizing say them need some attention to their mind. That is what them really need. So as we go on, and even though it's in the COVID, we are asked, just check your mental capability and capacity because you never know. It might just turn over on you too.